On this day in history, October 4th, the Byzantine-Venetian War, 1296–1302, was part of a series of conflicts between the Byzantine Empire and the Republic of Venice. Tensions had been growing due to competition for influence and trade routes in the Mediterranean. The war was sparked by the massacre of Venetians in Constantinople in 1296. The hostilities ended with a peace treaty on October 4, 1302, in which Venice secured favorable terms, including the protection of its commercial privileges in the Byzantine Empire. The Battle of Lake Poyang, August–October 1363, was one of the largest naval battles in history. It was fought between Zhu Yuanzhang, the founder of the Ming dynasty, and Qin Youliang, one of his main rivals during the late Yuan dynasty's fall. The battle occurred on Lake Poyang, a large body of water in southern China. Zhu Yuanzhang's forces, using superior naval tactics and fire ships, managed to decisively defeat Qin Youliang's fleet on October 4, 1363, despite being outnumbered. During the 30 Years' War, the Battle of Wittstock took place on October 4, 1636, between the Swedish army, led by Field Marshal Johann Beyne, and a combined force of Saxony and the Holy Roman Empire. Despite being outnumbered, the Swedes managed to win the battle thanks to their strategic use of the terrain and superior artillery. On October 4, 1777, during the American Revolutionary War, General George Washington's Continental Army attacked British forces led by General William Howe at Germantown, Pennsylvania. The assault was part of a strategy to reclaim Philadelphia, which had fallen to the British. However, the attack was repelled due to a combination of fog, confusion among Washington's troops, and strong British defenses. The British victory at Germantown helped them consolidate control over Philadelphia, though the Continental Army showed resilience, improving morale despite the loss. On October 4, 1795, Napoleon Bonaparte first rose to prominence by suppressing the Royalist insurrection against the French National Convention in Paris. The uprising, known as 13 Vendémiaire, saw Royalists and counter-revolutionaries threatening to overthrow the revolutionary government. Napoleon, then a young general, was given command of defending the convention. Using artillery and swift tactics, he effectively crushed the revolt, earning him the title of Savior of the Republic, and propelling him into the national spotlight. On October 4, 1824, Mexico officially adopted a new constitution, establishing the country as a federal republic. The constitution was inspired by the U.S. model, and was a response to the country's struggle for independence from Spain, which had been achieved in 1821. The Federalist system established the division of powers between the central government and individual states, marking a shift from the centralized colonial system. The Belgian Revolution against the United Kingdom of the Netherlands culminated in the provisional government declaring the country's secession on October 4, 1830. Belgium's discontent had been growing due to religious, linguistic, and political differences with the Dutch-dominated government. The revolution started in Brussels and spread, leading to Belgium declaring its independence. The revolt received international recognition in the following years, and Belgium became an independent kingdom in 1831. The Crimean War, 1853–1856, officially began on October 4, 1853, when the Ottoman Empire declared war on the Russian Empire. The conflict arose from disputes over the rights of Christian minorities in the Holy Land, but more broadly, it was a struggle for influence over the declining Ottoman Empire. Russia's aggressive moves in the region alarmed other European powers, particularly Britain and France, who later entered the war on the side of the Ottomans. On October 4, 1883, the Orient Express embarked on its maiden voyage from Paris to Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul. The luxurious train, operated by the Compagnie Internationale de Wagons Lits, became famous for its opulence and comfort. It offered a new way for European aristocrats and wealthy travelers to journey across the continent, linking Western Europe with the eastern edges of the Ottoman Empire. The first U.S. Open Golf Championship was held on October 4, 1895, at the Newport Country Club in Rhode Island. The winner was Horace Rawlins, a 21-year-old English golfer. He received $150 in prize money and a gold medal. The U.S. Open has since grown into one of the 4 major championships in professional golf, attracting players from all over the world. On October 4, 1918, a catastrophic explosion occurred at the T.A. Gillespie Company shell loading plant in New Jersey, which was part of the U.S. war effort during World War I. The explosion killed over 100 people and destroyed a significant part of the town of Sayreville, along with large quantities of ammunition. The explosion was one of the worst industrial disasters in U.S. history. The Mannerheim League for Child Welfare, a Finnish non-governmental organization, was founded on October 4, 1920, by Sophie Mannerheim, a nurse and sister of the famous Finnish military leader Carl Gustav Emil Mannerheim. The organization aimed to improve the health and welfare of Finnish children and has played an influential role in Finland's social and health policies. On October 4, 1925, the Finnish S-2 torpedo boat, a Sokol-class vessel, sank during a storm in the Gulf of Bothnia, near the town of Pori. All 53 crew members were lost in the disaster. The ship's sinking was a national tragedy in Finland, highlighting the dangers faced by maritime vessels in the region's harsh weather conditions. On October 4, 1927, sculptor Gutzon Borglum began carving the faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln into the granite of Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. The project took 14 years to complete, and the colossal monument has since become one of the most famous landmarks in the United States, symbolizing American ideals and leadership. The Battle of Cable Street occurred on October 4, 1936, in the East End of London. It was a confrontation between the British Union of Fascists, led by Oswald Mosley, and various anti-fascist groups, including local Jewish communities, socialists, and anarchists. The police attempted to protect the fascists' planned march, but they were met with fierce resistance from the anti-fascist protesters. The event has since become a symbol of resistance to fascism in Britain. On October 4, 1941, the character Willie Gillis, created by Norman Rockwell, first appeared on the cover of the Saturday Evening Post. Gillis became a recurring figure in Rockwell's wartime illustrations, representing the average American GI during World War II. The series of covers followed Gillis through his military service, offering a relatable, humanized image of soldiers for the American public. On October 4, 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite to orbit the Earth. This event marked the beginning of the space age and sparked the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The satellite, a small metal sphere with 4 external radio antennas, transmitted signals back to Earth, stunning the world and showing the Soviet Union's technological prowess. On October 4, 1983, British driver Richard Noble set a new land speed record of 633.468 miles per hour, 1019.468 kilometers per hour, at the Black Rock Desert in Nevada, USA. He achieved this record in his jet-powered car Thrust 2, breaking the previous record and cementing his place in motorsport history. The Free Software Foundation, FSF, was founded on October 4, 1985, by Richard Stallman. Its mission is to promote computer users' rights to use, study, share, and modify software. The foundation became a central part of the free software movement, advocating for open-source software and the ethical use of technology. On October 4, 1991, the Protocol on Environmental Protection to the Antarctic Treaty was opened for signature. The protocol designated Antarctica as a natural reserve, devoted to peace and science, and imposed strict regulations to protect its environment, including a ban on all mineral resource activities. This protocol is a critical component of international efforts to preserve one of the world's last unspoiled ecosystems. On October 4, 1997, one of the largest cash robberies in U.S. history took place in Charlotte, North Carolina. Nearly $17 million was stolen from the Loomis Fargo vault. The robbery was orchestrated by a group of individuals, including a Loomis Fargo employee, David Gant. The heist eventually unraveled due to careless mistakes by the perpetrators, and most of the stolen money was recovered. On October 4, 2001, Siberia Airlines Flight 1812 was accidentally shot down by a Ukrainian missile during a military exercise over the Black Sea. All 78 people aboard, mostly Israeli passengers, were killed. The incident was a tragic accident, and the Ukrainian government eventually took responsibility, expressing deep regret for the loss of life. On October 4, 2006, WikiLeaks, a whistleblowing platform, was launched by Julian Assange. WikiLeaks aims to publish classified, censored, or otherwise restricted official materials to expose corruption and government misconduct. The platform would later gain worldwide attention for releasing high-profile leaks, including U.S. military and diplomatic documents. On October 4, 2021, Bubba Wallace became the first African-American driver in the modern era of NASCAR to win a major race, taking victory at the Yellowwood 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. His win was seen as a significant moment in the sport's history, breaking barriers and furthering efforts to promote diversity in NASCAR. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. Share this video with your friends and let's grow this community together. See you in the next one.